What's going on, and welcome to Just Geek Show, the video series where we talk comics. And before we get started, if you're new to the channel and would like to support, you can do so by hitting that subscribe button, liking this video, and sharing. And with that, Future State Justice League, issue number 1. And this book is written by Joshua Williamson, with pencils by Robson Roca, inks by Daniel Henriquez, colors by Romulo Fajardo Jr., and letters by Tom Napolitano. And Justice League Future State tells the story of a Justice League of the future, in which the heroes as we know them have been swamped with a mix of past heroes, children, and some new characters, with John Kent now being the new Superman, Tim Fox as the new Batman, Yara Flor as Wonder Woman, Jess Chambers as the Flash, Andy Curry, the daughter of Aquaman and Mira, as Aquawoman, and Joel Mullein as Green Lantern. And this book begins with a plot by the new Legion of Doom to finally kill the League, but we cut to the next day revealing that they've all been murdered, launching an investigation by Green Lantern as the other heroes separate. It's during this time when John and Yara are eating together, and we discover that this new Justice League operates very differently, enacting fraternization and identity rules, as this apparently led to the destruction of the first Justice League. Although we see both John and Yara, and later Jess and Andy, break these rules. It's then that John and Yara show up at Andy's and seemingly vaporize both the Flash and her, while Green Lantern figures out that seemingly John is responsible for the Legion of Doom's demise, as John was also simultaneously with her, and despite her efforts, is bested when we get a sequence of events with each League member being hit with a red beam. It's then revealed that these people are not only imposters, but actually the Hyper Clan, a superpowered team of white Martians who now assume the role of the Justice League. And while I'll say the story has some interesting elements, overall it's fairly basic. I wasn't fully invested in the mystery aspect of the story because I don't really know much about these villains, and to a point I even assumed that their demise may have been part of their plan. Though I think the inclusion of the Hyper Clan from Grant Morrison's Justice League run was a very interesting idea and probably the most overall interesting aspect of the book itself. And for me, I think this book suffered a lot from too much telling rather than showing. I mean, we're told about these new rules that the Justice League have, we're told what happened essentially to the other league, kind of, but nothing really factors into the plot much. Especially with as much as this new rule comes up in the book, I halfway expected it to figure into the story or plot in some kind of way. Like, I kind of feel as if perhaps they had been defeated because they had broken these rules may have been a better way to present it. And much like the villains who were there and then they weren't, it's a similar fashion with the show versus telling, also with the characters, because I never got a sense that I got to know any of these characters, save for John because I'm already familiar with that character. Played some mossy days, better days. Because I'm reading this Justice League book with this Justice League, they've been a team for what seems like years, but I don't really know them as a team. We have characters like this new Flash who's said to have come from the multiverse to warn our heroes about this huge conspiracy, and we don't really know what that conspiracy is, which follows a similar fashion as our new Green Lantern, who was said to have united the entire Corps to solve Oa's greatest mystery, and we again have no idea what that is. So we've got two brand new characters that we know very little about and aren't even headlining their own future state stories. We've got Andy, aka Aqua Woman, who's the daughter of Aquaman and Mira, and she's just kind of there. She's a background character who doesn't really stand out at all. You've then got Wonder Woman, who did actually headline her own future state story, so I did get a better sense of this character, and for that, I did like this character. However, the same can't be said for Batman, where I thought his future state story was meh. And as such, when it comes to Batman, ends up breaking one of the biggest rules that I could ever set for having a new character take on the mantle of a legacy character. And it's that you don't have to shit on your legacy character to make your new character seem better. Because there's one line in this book that says, he did the one thing his predecessor couldn't. He truly saved Gotham. Which to me is making the implication that Bruce Wayne was just kind of there until Tim Fox Batman showed up. And again, much like Green Lantern and the Flash, what did he do? What did he do that was different? How did he unite or save Gotham in a way that Bruce couldn't? Hopefully the next Batman story fills in the blanks, because this book sure didn't. So we've got two characters that I like, two that I don't really know, one that's just kind of there, and one that did not make a good first impression. The art in the book, however, does help smooth some things out. It's got this very clean and sleek look that's also got this sort of futuristic vibe going on at times, with also some very interesting camera work that I did like. Particularly the scene with the Flash and Aquawoman as they're standing in the Hall of Justice in the presence of these huge giant statues of the original Justice League, as if to say that they feel small and inadequate next to these big, larger-than-life icons who will go down in history as some of the planet's greatest heroes. Boy, would have been nice if something like that kind of factored into the story, though. The costumes, however, is one area in the art where I think some improvement can be needed. Okay, I'll say Wonder Woman and Aquawoman are okay. I think their looks are fine. However, John needs a cape. Batman looks like he stole his suit from the Commissioner Gordon Batman days under Scott Snyder. Flash looks like a first draft, and when it comes to Green Lantern, what is up with the hair and visor? Is this future state or retro state? And with that, I'm going to score Future State Justice League issue number 1 a 4 out of 10. So Future State Justice League issue number 1, what did you think about this book? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, you can smash that like button, share it with some friends. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering what to watch next, consider one of these two videos. And if you're curious as to my thoughts on Future State Flash issue number 1, you can check that one out right up here. Alright, take care, have a great day, and as always, stay geeky.